Hello ladies. I was at the gym the other day and got asked a very important question. The question was, and this is very important for you, is if you feel sore the next day after a workout, does that mean that you've stimulated muscle growth? So that question and more is in this episode of Talks with a Bikini Competitor. Now, so I was at the gym. This girl came up to me and she's like, Crystal, she's like, I am so sore from yesterday's workout. She's like, I just worked with the bar. I did about 100 reps. She's like, now I'm really sore. Am I building muscle? Because she really wants to get that nice toned muscular body with like curves. Then you get to eat more, but I digress. And this is the answer. If you are sore because of a workout, that does not necessarily mean that you've grown muscle. The soreness can be of one of two things: lactic acid buildup, which irritates the muscle, or it can be due to swelling of the area because your muscle, let's say you damage the muscle, you'd have micro tears because you worked it. Now your body has inflammation around that area because it sends white blood cells to that area to repair it, i.e. grow new muscles, right? So let's say you just did a workout, you did a lot of reps, you are building endurance. And that doesn't necessarily mean muscle growth. Maybe you initiated a lot of lactic acid that's just irritating your muscle, not necessarily growing your muscle. So how do you know if you are building muscle? Here is a key way to know if you are building muscle or not. Can you lift heavier? Is the weight that you typically use, is that starting to feel lighter? So for example, to give you a personal example, I've been getting my form like really good with squats. And not on the Smith machine, doing the big girl squats. And I do the bar and a 25 on each. Because if I go more, if I do a 45 on each, then I can feel the exertion in my entire body and not localized to just my glutes. So I don't want to have like a power body, a power lifter physique. I want it sanctioned to a specific part of my body. So that's how I know I'm lifting too heavy for now with the 45 on each. So I've been doing the 25 on each, about 10 reps with, I usually superset it with a Bosu ball bridge. And I'll do like 3 sets of 10, for example, supersetted with the single leg bridge on Bosu ball. Now, I've noticed after 3 weeks, that weight is feeling lighter. And this morning when I was at the gym, I was all set to do a 35 on each to amp it up, but the squat racks were taken. But at least the guys on there weren't talking. They were actually working. Doesn't that piss you off? It's like, are you here to talk? Or don't just stand by the machine and have a conversation, and then when I ask if you're on the machine, say, oh yeah, I'm on the machine. Like, that is probably my #1 pet peeve. My #2 pet peeve is when dudes like try to hog all the weight. Like, they have like 6 45-pound weights and you ask to take one, they're like, no, I'm using it all. Or vice versa, if somebody comes up and takes your weight and doesn't even like ask. You know, don't you find that rude? It's like gym etiquette, boys, come on. Never see a girl doing that. Like, what's the matter with you? But anyway, so that is the answer. If you want to know if you are actually growing your muscle, then you will be stronger. You'll be able to lift a heavier weight, or you'll be able to lift your current weight with more ease. How do you build muscle? Well, of course you have to have your macros right, but you also have to have a consistent volume of training. So for example, this is the advice that I gave the particular young lady that came up and asked me that. I'm like, think about volume. Like, for example, let's say you are squatting 150 pounds and you can only do 3 reps of that. Well, if you can do 15 reps of a weight less than that, then 15 times those reps, you're going to have a higher volume. So you have 2 variables here. You have the amount of weight and your reps, and you want to play with them so that you get the maximum amount of volume when these 2 things are multiplied, for example. So that's really what you want to go for. You don't want to go too high of a weight when you can just do like 1 or 3 reps and you're exerting your entire body and not having a focus point of what you want to work on. That's not good. And then vice versa, who wants to be doing like 30 reps of a really light weight? I mean, for me, what I found is if I'm consistent with my weight, not even do drop sets, if I just push through and do 10 reps of a weight that's difficult for me, when I hit that 10 and I stick with it, I find after a few weeks that weight becomes easier, and then I can add some more weight on. Like, that is definitely the way to go if you are looking to gain muscle and gauge whether or not you are gaining muscle. So my name is Crystal. I am the author of Bikini Competitor's Little Black Book of Awesome. If you like the information in this video, then you're definitely going to like that book. So I'll put the link in the description below. You can read some of it on Amazon absolutely free just to see if you like it. It's a great book. It has a lot of information in it. All right, see you next time.